we need to be sure that we're educating the population, the customers, the wider consumer as well on the benefits of open banking. And this is a key area that we're trying to work on as well, work with the ecosystem, work with our partners, work with Helen Nobi. And so I think that's a key roadblock in just making sure that we are seeing increased adoption and understanding of the benefits as well.
One of the challenges to be able to bring on board absolutely all the stakeholders around open banking. One thing is to start by having regulators and banks being part of the board, but at the end, innovators, even end users, need to have their voice in that process, and that is actually challenging, right? And if we don't manage to achieve it, the risk with open banking is that some of the agendas of like a very reduced group become more important, the benefit of the end user. So when we're talking about how the regulated environment is going to move forward, it's extremely important to put the customer at the front face, and that is actually a challenge as we see that in Latin America.
The executive order is a step right along the way. We already had Section 1033 of Dodd-Frank, and the CFPB had indicated that they were going to write a rule. I think the important thing about the executive order is that it frames everything in exactly the context that Uri just mentioned, which is that the reason we want more competition in financial services is so that end users, whether those are consumers or small businesses, can get better products, better services, faster approvals, more transparent, better security around the technology, more control, and then eventually they can get better rates, whether that's borrowing or saving and investing, and have more access. So when we think about like, how does all of this interact, Section 1033 is critical. The CFPB is writing a rule. President Biden is now putting a stake in the ground saying that like, this is important from a competitive standpoint. We want to increase competition in the financial sector. That's going to actually improve competitiveness globally for the US. And I think that is something that is a big deal.